All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. This is the grand finals for the European Regionals here at the VR Challenger League. It's our last stop, our last regional stop before we get to the grand finals coming up at IEM Katowice in a few months. And of course, right here at Dreamhack Winter, we're playing the Unspoken. So it's going to be a 1v1 game, and we have our two finalists ready to rock and roll. Who are they, Poodanners? Let's introduce them.
It's the match that math predicted. It's Yawning Soldier versus Dirvel, the #1 and #2 seeds on the boards. These guys have been going head-to-head for a while. They knew that it was going to come down to this. Dirvel has told me himself that he gives the edge to Yawning Soldier just because he has been playing better lately. But Dirvel says he's going to try his best. He doesn't know how the nerves are going to affect people on stage, how knowing that money's on the line, an opportunity at the prize, or that saying, you know what, I'm going to accept that I have second place and I'm just going to play. And if Yawning is going to think, okay, now I have to actually try, and it's going to be a bit of a mind game between the two of them. I have no idea which way it's going to go, but I do give the favor to Yawning. Just math is on his side.
All right, well, we're going to have to see if that holds true. Yawning, of course, is going to be playing the TK. And we're going to be having more than likely his opponent going on to the Electromancer, which is what he's been sticking with throughout the course of the tournament.
I think Dirvel said he doesn't have a pocket class, so and TK.
So he's probably
and I'm pretty sure Yawning doesn't have one either.
All right.
They're not like a Flying Fox. I think actually has a handful of classes that he likes to play.
Well, we saw that quick switch on the last match, so maybe someone will get desperate.
Does it as well. Flushing switches as well. Not sure that even worked out for him. If that was a good idea.
He managed to push it to the third round at least, so got that far, but couldn't win though. A little bit too aggressive from him maybe towards the end of the
You got to do what you got to do, man. But we'll see if they get strapped in and ready to rock and roll as they're calmly and collectively be like, all right, let's get in the zone. I am the Unspoken, which means I should say nothing. You know what? It'd be funny, a bit of, what they call it, a superstition for players in this game to play is that on game day, they don't talk at all.
Taking the definition a bit literally there.
Yeah. Well, that's what makes it hilarious about having us actually commentate at what they're doing. It's like literally we're breaking the rules of the Unspoken. Oh, man. I love that on their Discord they actually have that. The voice channel's called The Spoken, just to sort of have fun with that particular gag. But it's fantastic. Absolutely love the artwork in this game. Some of the best artists. Creature Factory, I think, is what Tim had told me they were called, or had a name like that. And it's fantastic. They're a group of guys that do all the concept work for them, as well as a lot of 2D art, and they turn it around very fast. They were bragging about how quick their art team is. They're brilliant. I love all this work.
Well, guys, again, as you can see there before, we are just getting those players suited up, getting them into their headsets, and as soon as we have them ready to go, and the map selection has concluded too, then we'll be jumping into it and seeing where exactly this battle is going to take place. I think we'll probably end up on Elmhurst, I think, with the first map.
Yeah. It's a favorite of Yawning.
Yeah.
So I think you're right there. I think also what you're going to see from them is probably the same similar style. They're probably going to come in very aggressive because there's money online. You know, I think probably in the first round, you may actually see them size each other up because they don't know what their loadouts are going to be. They've got guesses, but they don't know for sure.
And we did see Yawning going with the imp on the last matchup there too, which was a little bit like unorthodox. So we'll have to see if they're going to hold that true going into this next matchup.
It's not very common for someone to wait that long to pick up one of their embers. I think the only reason that imp would be good is if you also had a grasp, so they couldn't just run down on the ember.
He got rid of it. He went back to dispel for the finals, so he's back to a more standard layout. Both players
for now
very similar layouts, but we finally have a contract there too, which I was surprised we weren't seeing more of that. Dirvel's bringing it in here for the final matchup.
Oh yeah, because he likes to start off with pushes very early on. That's one of the reasons why the EM has to wait till late game. That's because they need a whole bunch of those embers first early on to defend themselves, and then later on to start doing their combos. But if you just contract early on, then you can go push and push after you've already picked up your first ember, so you have 3 embers, so push, and start working on your combos while you're picking up other embers. You can use that slow push to also start knocking out their embers. So if they jump out of the way, but there's an ember spawning there, it'll blow up that ember as well instead of taking them out. None of the other pushes do that. They don't just auto-target stuff.
So Dirvel's quickly trying to get this combo out. The problem is that he left himself exposed, and I believe we already saw a push connecting. It actually didn't connect that much. It's still mainly coming out just from the regular telekinesis channel that Yawning has been able to throw out against Dirvel here. But both players actually getting damage out across the board here, and it's pretty even so far, actually. Both guys hitting some pretty big hits. The card drop coming in. Yawning's taking a lot of primal hits as a result of this, and it's not going to end up being worth it as all 3 of the cars miss.
Oh yeah, man. You know, that's what you gotta wait. You just gotta wait. As soon as you see all 3 cars target their position, you just teleport and get out of the way. That or you take your time trying to break one. If you're lucky, you can take it. Ooh. Getting up close, not a good move.
Not get that close against the TK. We saw the push come
but
back
he lit him
out.
up for it.
He returns the push. The problem is the push didn't deal a whole lot of damage that time around, though, since Yawning got far enough away from it. So
And he likes some slow pushes with his heavies, too. I'm not entirely sure what the thought process there, probably just to tie him up for a second. I remember Yawning actually showing me how incredibly and deliberately slow you can throw those heavies. And it's a way that you can actually use to lob it in the air and hopefully wait for Ember to spawn there. Ooh, catches a heavy right to the face. His first heavy of the evening, at least from our position. He just keeps tossing. Those things are spawning in plenty fast for him, so he's just going to light him up with heavies all day as he tries to dispel his way back off this podium.
Dirvel, safe to say, is in trouble. I would not be surprised if we see that contract being brought up pretty soon here. He does probably have to wait for at least one natural Ember to spawn.
Ooh, no, caught a push right to the face.
And yeah, that's another one coming out here. Yawning definitely has the advantage. There's the contract finally. It's going to give him 2 more Embers coming out on the board, and he'll lose just a tiny sliver of health since he's already as low as he is.
He's going to combo up, or is he going to push?
He only has 2, that's the problem. So is it worth it to bring the turret out when he only is able to do 1 of them? It looks like he justified it, but the car's going to deal with it nice and quickly. As we can see, it's already brought down pretty low here, so assuming Yawning controls the situation, just 1 or 2 more primal hits, and that'll knock Dirvel out of this round and give the first one over to Yawning, and there you go. That's exactly what we see.
Yep, Dirvel did not have control of that situation at all, and it was definitely giving him a lot of trouble. He tried his best to keep the Embers on his side, but ooh, it was not helping him out. You actually noticed there, like early on, TK for Yawning, he actually was pulling over some of the primals to set on his home podium. So
early spear from Yawning. He's got it ready to go.
Yep,
and he takes it right through the cover, I think, too. Nicely done. Hits it right onto Dirvel, and he already loses a quarter of his HP because of that.
They said the spear now is actually very hard to hear in these offline matches, so that's an easy one to do. And it's nice that he was actually able to smartly think about doing that. I mentioned that to a lot of the players, that they complain sometimes about a lot of the changes in the offline game. And I told them, I was like, yes, but this is where a real test of who the best player is who can adapt the fastest. Which is the thing that I like. I like when you put players into a game they don't know. It reminds me of like this older movie that they had where they went to like a Nintendo championship, and the end was where they put them in a game that no one had played to see who the real best players were. And they do that now. They brought it back.
Let's see, Spears out and a quick throw of it too. It's going to connect, so finally reversing the damage a little bit. The problem is Dirvel just takes that damage again because he brings out the contract to try and get some more aggression going. And in fact, he's not even bringing out his, he's not even managing to bring out his, his turret this time. He just goes right for push gestures, which it works for now, but now he's got nothing. Now he's Ember starved, so we have to see how he's going to be able to make
he's got the mitigation shield out, but he didn't get out of the way. He did just barely get out of the way on that one. That mitigation shield you got to be careful of. Those who don't know, the TK shield works differently than everyone else's main shield. Puts a shield up and it blocks all damage, but you have to get out of the way before it shuts down. So if you did a quick shield, you've got seconds. And if you did a big shield, you got longer.
Summon is out for Yawning here too. He's still slightly behind Dirvel in terms of HP, but this summon should be able to bring it back for Yawning a little bit. Oh, even see Grass come out for him.
Yeah, he's trying to force that dispel out. I think the dispel's already gone.
Strangles him.
Yep.
So that's going to be Yawning taking quick control, dominant control of the first map. He takes it 2-0, and with 1 more map in his favor, he's going to be our regional champion.
Ah, man, was he going to turn it around? Will he be able to take it handily? I know that this is pretty much the way Dirvel said it's been going for him lately, is that it's very difficult for him to fight against that TK, and so he gets crushed pretty handily. But he said he might be able to take it depending on how nerves go. And early on, like at the very beginning of the match, you were like, the very beginning of the very first round, it kind of looked like he had something and he immediately crumbled. Brutal.
Well, for Dirvel, it's all going to come down to the second map. We'll have to see where he decides to take it. It should be his pick now. He might actually take it back to that same very map, but maybe not considering...
I think in the circles where I'd probably take him. I mean,
really?
I know
Against the TK? Yeah, that's
TK
the problem,
in the circle,
right?
yes.
We're going to see it in like
But you know, in the
seconds.
EU, everybody's going to know that Yawning's not a big fan of the circle. He actually likes Elmhurst, and we saw that his EM... sorry, my brain went blank there for a minute, but the EM actually in the circle was very dangerous. Dirvel's EM in the circle.
Oh, it's going to go to circle. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. I'm very surprised by that, actually. But we'll see. We will see if he can come out on top of... Oh, wait. Hold on. Yawning changed, too. What is it? Is this Drifter?
No.
No. Okay.
No,
Excuse me.
No. He went AK.
That's going to be AK being brought out here.
If he went Drifter, we would all be like, wouldn't know what's going on.
I got thrown off a little bit there by the symbol, so excuse me for that. But
gonna throw a match just for fun, because he's got plenty of leeway.
Yeah, no, that would have been a real twist right there. But
yeah.
no. Even this switch, though, is a little bit unpredicted. Maybe just trying to make it interesting here, because it's he's so advantaged in this matchup. But
oh yeah, dude, because I mean he has to lose like several matches before he's even worried about the game being over for him. So that would have been funny for him to do. But instead he does as I go AK in the circle, which is exactly what the other guy tried against his EM. Flush did. Flush tried AK in the circle against this EM, and it didn't work out for him.
Oh man, Yawning is getting melted though because of that. He just got hit by a skull that was sent back in his direction here. And Dirvel's going to bring on his combo in a second here too. He's already bringing the sentry out into the board, gets the shield in. We are going to see some fireworks going down to the board, but this should do minimal damage because the shield is out. And Dirvel's able to defend himself quite nicely. Close-up battle too, and Yawning is just getting melted. This switch,
the combo damage. Yeah. There it is. He's just lighting up the arena. This is why this started. Yeah, there you go. That's what you needed to do right there. You needed to drop that dispel in order to buy yourself the time. And the contract in order to give yourself some skulls so you can start filling up the sky. Now he just needs the opportunity to drop that spear, because he could drop that spear while he's either going after the skulls, or he could pull the spear out and more or less taunt him with it to force him to actually
He just dispelled the skulls, actually.
It's a smart move right there, but it's not going to stop him from dropping more skulls. And here's the spear. He's got it ready.
Oh man, the skull hit actually. It snuck around the backside of the shield there. So managed to get
the
rid of him. And the spear. Wow, greatly done from Yawning.
That was the move.
He fell behind so far in the early portion of that round too, and that was such a quick round.
I think you underestimated how strong he was in the circle. But he did exactly the move that I said he should have done there. Your dark contract, throw out your 2 skulls, and get your spear ready and light him up.
Same thing again here. Spear right to his face as soon as we get into the round.
Yeah. Which is the best time to do it because they're not ready for it. So much going on. They're just like, wait, what just happened? Oh, dang it. I'll get you back for this.
Well, this could be it right here, ladies and gentlemen. If you are walking by, we could have ourselves a winner crowned in a second. If Dirvel does not manage to bring this round back in his favor, Yawning could potentially take a 2-0 on both maps and be able to claim himself as our EU regional champion. The spear out now, it's actually dispelled first up, but that's
put it back in his pocket, yeah. If you throw that dispel out and actually hit somebody who has an artifact out, it'll just shove it back to their belt. But he's got the spear back out and actually pegs him with it.
Close-up hits, too, as Yawning's trying to return some of this damage. It's a little bit rough for him, though, because he's at low HP, so he can't afford to stay this close. We'll bring out the contract that gives him the ability to spam a couple more skulls. The push is a complete whiff, though, and now we are going to see more of it, though. That second push was a lot better. Goes right onto Yawning's face, brings him down to under 10%, under 5% HP.
Just finish him off. He's got nothing left. Do it, Dirvel. Give us a show.
He's got that dispel still. He still has the emergency cooldown if he needs to use it, but he's not going to give it a chance. Dirvel takes our second.
For the amount of control he had there at the end, he certainly had very little health left. So I didn't expect that at all, but I'm glad that he was able to at least put on a show for us. I didn't think that you would actually see the AK put up such a dangerous attack in there, but really showing that he doesn't need the TK to win, that he can actually do the AK in the circle to do it, proving that he is definitely the better player if he's able to actually win.
That's going to be the key, of course, is if he loses this one, we'll go to our third map. And remember, even if he loses that third map, and we can reset and go over again, and the spear connects once more. I think he's 3 for, actually, as we see, Dirvel ends up taking a lot more damage. So Dirvel looks like he just completely whiffed his spear. I thought it was Yawning bringing it back out, but no, Dirvel unfortunately wasted it.
I don't know what he was aiming at, honestly.
Bit weird.
Yeah, at first I was like, was he aiming at this?
Man, Dirvel, look, it's almost out. This is it. This could be it right here.
Does a dark contract, pulls out his combo, lights him up, tries to get rid of those skulls as they come at him. So it's about to get real ugly. That skull's going to sneak up behind him. Oh, nope, the skull's actually just being dumb. That's what the skull does. And here comes the Dispel.
Dispel gets rid of it there. Yawning still has 2 embers to try and play with here, and he gets a quick skull right up into his face. Dirvel is going to be knocked out, and that means, ladies and gentlemen, Yawning Soldier is our European Regional Champion for the Unspoken. Congratulations to him as he takes this final map 2-1 and takes the series 2-0. He'll be taking home our top prize along with direct qualification into IEM Katowice.
Look at that face. He didn't have to drop the weighted armor this time. He was like, nah, I got this. I love that he was able to actually switch classes to show them. He's like, yes, I truly am the better player in this league. I know what I'm doing. And none of these questions about OP, none of these questions about lag. It's your offline play. I beat you with an AK. I'm truly the better player.
Well, there you go. He proved that indeed as he took down all of his opponents without too much trouble, even like you said before, with the quick class switch. So he is our champion. That trophy's yours, Yawning, if you want to go ahead and take that. we'll get that in a second, of course, as I'm sure he's figuring out the situation right now himself. But that is it, guys, ladies and gentlemen. That is Yawning Soldier being quickly crowned our champion here as he gets through the finals. And like I said before, that means he's going to be earning direct qualification to the VRCL Grand Finals from IEM Katowice.
Yes, yes. And here at Dreamhack, there's still plenty to do. You can actually check out this game at Dreamhack. Intel also has a booth up with Sprint Vector you can check out. Intel also one of our major sponsors for this event. Along with Oculus, there's several VR setups here as well as other games. But the VR setups, they have some that are, I think they have project cars with actuated vehicles you can get in. Lots of things that you can get in to do still here at Dreamhack, which is still in full force. And you can also get into the VR Challenger League. You can sign up online at ESL. And anybody can get in. There's no stipulations to letting you in other than age. And here comes the trophy.
There we have it, our grand champion, ladies and gentlemen. This is our EU Regional finalist and champion, Yawning Soldier. Congratulations, as he'll be taking home our top prize and the invite to the VRCL Finals.
He's still catching his breath after that, too. As I said, the TK is a very taxing class to play. This is why it kills me that these guys wear heat gear while they're doing it. It's like, no, you need to come in with, like, you know, some like Under Armour heat gear, some kind of like a headband, something like that, or at least a water bottle. You're gonna try to save yourself a little bit of that damage.
Well, it's Dreamhack Winter after all.
Oh, it's Dreamhack Winter. Just open the door, man.
It's also very cold outside.
Yeah. We did learn that earlier.
But that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you all very much for tuning in. Another quick reminder as well about that giveaway that's going on over at the VR Challenger League website. And that, once again, is going to be at vr.eslgaming.com/raffle. If you're walking around the venue, be sure to bring out your phone and go ahead and enter that too, as we're giving away 3 different Oculus Plus touch kits. And then, of course, is thanks to our friends over at Intel and Oculus for helping us give those away. Let's take a look at the bracket one more time, however, and see how exactly this tournament panned out. I'd say things, unfortunately, went pretty much as expected.
They textbook, exactly the way they went. The people who were seated where they were seated were the ones who ended up getting where they were supposed to get. We didn't end up getting a whole second round. They didn't have to get double elimination against Yawning because Yawning did not give up any rounds. I mean, he gave up like one match very early on, but that was it. I think that was just him needing to warm up because of his easier bracket. So it went the way you expected. I did enjoy seeing some of the open qualifiers that happened yesterday. We did not televise those, but I liked that the players played around with them and that to see some of how the open qualifiers. There was this really young kid that was excited to play. His first day playing the game and became incredibly awesome very fast at the game, and he actually won an Oculus Rift, and then we invited him into the Discord. We're like, dude, come play with us. You need to learn. He reminds me of Nerdburglar when he first got started, so we must see a lot from him.
Well, guys, we're going to have an interview with our winner in just a couple of moments here, so stick around as we're not done just yet. We do want to mention, too, that the players that managed to make it towards the top rankings in this tournament are also going to be earning points on the online ladder. As for everybody except for Yawning, they're going to have to continue to play in those online cups and try to earn one of the top 3 positions in the leaderboard if they also want to qualify for the IEM Katowice VRCL Grand Finals that's going to be coming up in March. Very exciting indeed, as we're going to have a lot more prize money on the line at that event compared to these regionals, of course. So definitely want to keep grinding out those online cups and be able to earn your spot at the regional through the points, of course, on the leaderboard.
And not tons of competition in the EU League right now because a lot of people are still learning the game. A lot of people are still trying to figure out how things work. So if you wanted to get in there, you say you want to feel like you have a league that you actually have a chance of winning, definitely jump into the Unspoken, definitely jump into the EU League, assuming you're a European player, and you have a real strong shot, especially in the Discord, because they'll help you learn the game. They'll jump on and spar with you, and you'll have a shot at the money each week, the points each week, prizes that actually happen as they come up, and then actually a shot at getting over to Poland.
Well, the big question here now, right, is how are the regional cross matchups going to fare out? Because now we have our champions from each side. We have a pretty good idea of who we think at least is going to qualify from the online leaderboard.
Yeah.
So
we have different opinions. I hear from a lot of people about who they think are going to win. I love the European players. They're very strong. But from what it is that we saw visually, I'm far more terrified of the North American players.
Well, guys, that'll all be found out at the VRCL Grand Finals. That's going to be our next stop coming up in a few months. That'll do it for us here at this event, but we've got an interview with our winner standing by out on the stage to close out the day.
Hey guys, this is Tim Salviti from Insomniac Games. I'm here with Yawning Soldier, our EU Qualifier champion. How does it feel?
Amazing. Like, I was so nervous the whole day. I barely got any sleep.
Did you think coming in that you were going to win this?
I was confident. I was very confident. I never thought I was for sure.
How did you feel after you dropped that first match to Flush?
I was kind of panicked for a while. That's why I was also kind of spent a long time into like the map selection, just doing this, like basically, calm down, calm down.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. So now you're qualified for Poland. You're going to go on there. Reukafel from NA is now there as well. How do you feel about going into Poland next year?
Just amazing. Like, you know, just a year ago, I would have ever dreamed of doing anything like this. So it's just mind blown.
Well, congrats again. This is your trophy. You got to take home the prize money and the qualification to Poland. And that's it from here at Dreamhack Winter. We'll see you next time for the Unspoken and VR Challenger League. Thank you.